Hi guys, welcome to the first episode of Drahbarni Man. So first off, what is a Drahbarni? So a Drahbarni was, well, if we separate the words drab, in Romany it means herbs, and Nani is obviously healer. So it's usually taught to the females and stuff. But luckily for me, my ancestry, the men were equally had active abilities. So it's kind of because we broke away from that sort of that Romany lifestyle and settled. The men were able to do a lot more sort of magics and stuff like that. So what the Romany would call me is a Chavano, which is basically a sorcerer. That's what it means. I'm not a sorcerer. The Romanese were not sorcerers. The Romanese were herbalists, stuff like that. There's many things in nature. We were always given in nature so we could use, basically we're given stuff in nature to use for protection, for medicine, for health, wealth, and all of that sort of stuff. So today we've been asked to make a protection bottle for one of our members of the paranormal group. So I think there's quite a few paranormal groups here watching, especially my group ESN. How you doing, guys? You all right? So basically what we're going to do, we're going to put a protective potion in this bottle. So the herbs I'm going to use today are Frankincense, rue, cinnamon stick, lavender, and Whitby holy water, and Whitby sand. Those who don't know, Whitby is quite a magical place. It's right on the ley lines and stuff like that. So if you ever get a chance to go, make sure you do, guys. It's amazing. Lots of energy, lots of power, lots of thingy. So yeah, we'll get on with this then. So what I've got today. So basically what I'm going to use, I can put the ingredients at the end. I'll write them down at the end of the video. So first off, what we're going to put into this little bottle is the Whitby holy water. So Whitby holy water here. So holy water, guys, there's a misconception with holy water. It has to be taken from a church, stuff like that. It does if you're religious. If you look at it from a source point of view, all water is holy. It travels out, it travels back, it combines. All water's holy. If you're still not convinced, when you collect your water from the wave, so you need to catch it coming in and use the white of the wave. That will give you your holy water. I get the kids to collect mine, obviously because of their innocence and stuff like that as well. So that just helps to make it more powerful. Then once I've got it in my hand, close your eyes, you visualize a huge light hitting it, bang, you got holy water. You don't have to go to a church and beg to get some. So all I'm going to use is 3 drops of Whitby holy water, guys, in this little bottle. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, like I said, the Whitby holy water is good, guys. Obviously, I can't really explain it. If you don't believe it, like, look up Whitby. It's a magical place. There's loads of interest that I've been waiting to get there for years. And now I've moved up this way. It's one of the first places I visited. So we've got our little bottle, and we've got, I don't know if you can see that on there, can you? No, I'll hold it up. Okay, so here. So the Whitby holy water is now inside. That was 3 drops of Whitby holy water. I'm going to take a pinch of Whitby sand. Again, Whitby being magical. The thing is with the sand at Whitby, if you've heard of Whitby jet's quite protective. And so a lot of the sand on Whitby, especially, is where they collect Whitby jet from. So therefore, there's Whitby jet in the sand, the little black pieces in there, little pieces of Whitby jet. What is Whitby jet? Well, it's almost like a fossilized tree, which is compressed with such impact that it turns into a gem. It's then carved and stuff like that. Beautiful stone. If you haven't seen them before, type in Whitby jet. Queen Victoria, I believe, was fascinated with him. I think when Albert died, she demanded that Whitby Jet made loads of sort of mourning and stuff like that stuff. It's got its own protective qualities, guys. I'll let you look them up, or I'll talk about them another time. So, Whitby Sand's in there, as you can see. So we've got Whitby Sand now, and Whitby Holy Water. Okay, the next item I'm going to use is rue. Okay, so rue is a plant common in Australia and places like that. It's quite hard to get hold of in this country, but you can order it for about £3 a bottle. Also, if you're too lazy to do this yourself, you'll be able to purchase them at one of our pages, which I'll put a link onto at the end. So rue was first used by the Romans to protect from the evil eye. It was said to ward off witches and familiars since the Middle Ages. And the smell, if you put it near a cat, you will see how much a cat would react to it. A cat would react like by moving away from it. So it obviously struck a chord with them. It's also still used in exorcisms today, the plant rue, and it's got this beautiful green colour with it. So, I mean, that again just makes these bottles look even more attractive. Just put a little drop in the rue. You don't need a lot, guys. Oh, bugger. A little bit is more than enough. See? Okay, so we've got rue. So the next herb we're going to use. Oh, okay. Don't lick your fingers. If it spills on your fingers, do not lick your fingers, guys. Again, I'm no herbologist, but I don't fancy drinking anything which's got the name rue and is used in exorcisms. Yeah. So the next one I'm going to use is sandalwood. Again, sandalwood can be purchased all over the place, really. Sandalwood's, there's loads of supplies of sandalwood. This is an essential oil that I'm going to use here. You can use joss sticks, stuff like that. But sandalwood burned with frankincense and stuff like that, again, was to ward off evil spirits. And a lot of church floors in the old days were made with sandalwood for that reason, to ward off spirits and stuff. So we're going to put a little drop of this in as well. These bottles are quite handy because they've got the droppers on. So it can be a pain as well. 1, 2, 2. Okay, so that's the sandalwood in as well. I'm just going to put a couple more drops in, guys. I'm not convinced it went in, so okay. Yep, now it's in because it's on my fingers. Awesome. So we've got sandalwood, we've got rue. So like I was saying, floors in churches were made of sandalwood to ward off evil spirits and stuff like that. So the next thing I'm going to use, again, references in the Bible and stuff like that, frankincense. But frankincense has its own protective qualities. Frankincense is being used for years to protect, purify, to clean tools and stuff like that. So I'm going to pop a couple of, I've got the resin, so this stuff's burned for hundreds of years. It's found in Africa on trees, so it's there sat, and then obviously because of the heat and stuff, it's burned and it's burned and it's burned. So this is what it looks like, guys. It's quite hard to see, but this is the resin, which again, if you're making a protective spell, frankincense is a must, really. It breaks up quite easily as well, so don't worry about that so much. And now we've still got, as you can see. Okay, so frankincense, what else have we got left? Licorice root. Again, licorice is, sorry, not licorice, cinnamon. cinnamon roots. Quite easy. All you need, guys, is a couple of little bits of the twig here. So you can buy these in the shop. Most supermarkets will sell them. So you just need to break a little bit off the end, and again pop that in your bottle as well. Like I said, this is especially good for sort of like the paranormal investigators that are watching, as a way of protection. All of it's been used for years to protect, so just get that in there. Okay, so that one's in as well now. So we've got some cinnamon in there, we've got frankincense, we've got rue, we've got sandalwood, we've got Whitby sand, we've got Whitby holy water. The last ingredient, the last two ingredients I'm going to use is lavender. Lavender is, it used to be thrown in fires at churches, again to ward off evil spirits and stuff like that. What we're making here, guys, again, I'm not a great believer in demons and stuff like that. However, dark entities, yeah, I know they exist and stuff. So a couple of bits of lavender, add them to the bottle. Like I said, it used to be burned in churches, again, to ward off the evil eye, to ward off evil spirits and stuff like that. As you can see, it's still that pretty green colour thanks to the rue. So that's lavender. Yeah, and it was placed all over the floors of churches and stuff when churches were first invented and stuff. Again, I'm not a great church fan. Obviously being more sort of pagan and more naturist and stuff. You know, it's not one of my loves. So what else have we got? The last ingredient is devil's shoestring. So devil's shoestring can be found all over. We do have it in Europe. There's quite a bit in Europe about. And as you can see, just to make the devil's shoestring stuff, you just add the water with or some carrion oil to the herb. The devil's shoestring is also known as the witch's friend, and it's been used for centuries for hexes and to break hexes. You know, it's, again, being a Chavano, people automatically think that's what I would do, a sorcerer. A lot of people believe it, the Romani, Drahbarnis and stuff like that would put hexes on people. Some might, but obviously it's like anything in witchcraft, in herbalism and in paganism. There's always some which take it to another level. My job as a Chavano, and what I'm trying to do is to show the beauty of the Romani thing. So I'm not going to show hexes or anything like that. So I hope that's not too disappointing for you guys. You know, if you want to do hexes, you crack on. But for me, no. Right. So the last ingredient is going to be the devil's shoestring. And like I said, it's been used for breaking hexes and making hexes for years. It's not that expensive to buy either, but like I said, if you can source your own, that's the best thing. Most important thing, guys, if you want to know sort of how the Romani would use the herbs and stuff like that, we apparently had a relationship with the Fae. So the Fae are said to be like fairies and plant people and stuff like that. That's kind of what the religion believes, what the society believes, but then back then that's what we had. You know, you have to explain certain things by using other things because it was the only way it could be explained. And a lot of the Romani people, we couldn't write and stuff. You know, it's only sort of the last few years where the Romani are actively getting employed, actively working, learning, a lot of settling, because the council and the government and stuff like that just kind of treat them as a menace all the time, and moving them on from all the sites, so it's easier just without the hassle, just to do the thingy. I would love the freedom of travelling, don't get me wrong, and I'm sure all of you guys could, but like I said, it's just too much hassle with kids and stuff like that now. Home education though, I mean, that's a bonus. I don't really rate the education system at all at the moment, so home education would be a good thing. And sort of like this was what I'd be teaching my guys, you know. These are the herbs and stuff, like, so we just got packs and packs of herbs. essences, oils, candles, all of that sort of stuff, all stuff that would have been common with the Romany. So guys, that is it really. There's nothing else to go in there. Lavender, 3 drops, Whitby, holy water, frankincense, cypress leaf, yeah, rue. So there's so many protective plants out there, guys. You know, if you look them up, there's a really good app I've got on my phone, which is called Picture This. And it will tell you, so you can go into the woods, you can take a picture of the plant and it will tell you what it is. If you want to follow in the Romany way, guys, always ask permission to the plant. People might think you're crazy, but I don't care. I still do it. My wife still does it. It's one of those things, you know, it's respecting nature, and that's kind of like what the main thing is. So there you have it. So here is your protection bottle. Here, look. So again, if you don't want to make your own, guys, these are for sale. And I'll put some links onto the page. But as you can see, it's a pretty bottle. And all I will do now is light a candle, seal it with wax, and so you end up with something like, take mine off. See, mine's for cash, to attract wealth, to attract cash and stuff. Really. There, guys. So, and all you do now, so it doesn't come out, you just seal it with wax on the top, stop it escaping. Yeah. So that is it, guys. I mean, there's going to be more videos and stuff like that. If there's spells you'd like to see, you know, we can do spells for you as well. That's not a problem. We can do spells for you. We can do blessings for you. Stuff like that. You can do your own. You can look it up. The idea of this video channel is to show the beauty of the Romany. We're put in such a negative light a lot of the time. Yeah, there is a beautiful side to it, you know. I mean, we respect nature, we're respectful of people, others and stuff like that. I can't answer for everyone, and like I said, there's a lot of where we've been oppressed for so many years. There is probably a little bit of attitude there, but you know, it can't be helped. But there you have it. There is a spirit protection bottle, or a exorcism bottle, whatever you want to call it. It will work for both. If you do ever encounter sort of negative entities, spirits, stuff like that, open the lid, put a little bit of that on the person that's experiencing it, or use it on your own finger when you touch them, so you could, without sort of like being sort of Christian-y and stuff like that, like you can do a cross in this, so put a bit on your finger and do a cross. You can seal doors with this, you can seal walls with it, you can seal mirrors, watches. That's all stuff we'll be looking at on the Drahbarni man. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Keep watching. If you enjoyed it, tell your friends. Like I said, if anyone asks what a Drahbarni man is, it is a healer, really, a healer that uses herbs and nature. And like I said, there's other stuff we do, spiritual protection, breaking hexes, stuff like that. These little spell bottles are ideal because we can put any spell you want in here, and you can wear it around your neck quite happily. And like I said, I'll put a link to the page. They're available on Anunnakiwitch, which you'll find on Facebook, Twitter, Etsy, is it? Etsy, yeah. So guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I'll put the links and I'll put the ingredients at the bottom. If you want to make yourself one, if you're too lazy to make yourself one, get in touch, we can send you one. They're not that expensive. But like I said, as you can see, they're quite attractive, especially with the rue. And they've got all the natural herbs in there. It's the best way to do it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm the Drahbarni man. See you soon.